Are we live? I think we are. Yes, we are. So, welcome back everybody to PSGL. My name is Tunetank, and today, 4th round of the season in F12. So, alone for tonight, unfortunately, but yeah, Sam Colby didn't want to join me again. Maybe I was too annoying last time out, but yeah. So Zandvoort this time after Spa, and I don't know what to expect really. The last time we were at this track was around 6 months ago, I think. It was for PSGL's first season on F1 2020. So yeah, and obviously F12 didn't exist back in the days. It was only F11. So we'll see. But Infinite starting the first lap of the evening. So if you don't know the circuit, at least you get to know it. So a very technical circuit, not easy at all. I'm expecting quite big skill gaps, but I might be wrong. Yeah, very tricky circuit in terms of driving and overtaking. But as we've seen last week, everything can happen in F12. So maybe we'll see plenty of overtakes this time. It's not likely, but it might happen. But yeah, or we might have a bit of rain in the race, but we'll see. So Infinite coming towards the end of his lap. He's got only 2 corners to go. This one quite tricky. You need to focus on the exit and then the banked last corner. There's no time to gain through there really, but you know, and across the line he goes, and that's 1:10.3, and surely it's going to be beaten fairly soon. But yeah, we'll see. There's a Williams that's about to cross the line. That's Sabetti shooting out of ERS, and yeah, he goes P2, and Stee gets the fastest lap so far, 3 tenths ahead of Infinite, a 10 dead, and I see the letter, the mini notification thing doesn't appear on my screen every time, so yeah, so Mike in P1, but it's instantly beaten by Tosma Salad, as we've got someone in the barriers. That's MC. Yes, where has he crashed? He has crashed as a very weird place, but yeah, very interesting. There's a Renault across the line, but no, there wasn't a Renault. Oh, there was a Renault, but that driver is in the pits now. There's a Mercedes, that's not Malam, that's the other one. ABMO, an 11.2, slowest lap so far. And Alpha Tauri, that's Grumpy, goes in P7, 11.0. Tomo goes in P2, 4 times behind his teammate. We've got a Williams, that's probably Savetti who's gonna pit. Then Dion, I think, is on the lap. We'll see. He's gonna go across the line, and he goes in P8. 100 faster than Grumpy, but yeah, I reckon and he's on the mediums as well. Didn't notice that, but best lap on the mediums. So Matt, I'm gonna put the tires just in case. I'm gonna put fitted. Oh no, best, so we know what's happening. We've got a Mercedes. Is that ABMO again across the line? No, that wasn't. That was Milam. He's in P3. He's found 4 tenths on that lap. A 1.97. Next, I think there's an Alfa Romeo. So that's Teg, but it's on his out lap. And then it's Boy Alfie. It's your boy Alfie, actually. I can't pronounce that name. can't even read, to be honest. But yeah, his debut in PSGL, so he's gonna try to impress people. So is Sebimo still on the lap? Doesn't look like it, no. The racing point behind him pits as well. So I guess Tech. No, that's not Tech. I want to go on board with it. Maciek, the championship leader, and to be honest, he had a bit of a stinker last time out in Belgium. Didn't score any points, I don't think. And his teammate has already crashed, so he's gonna go across the line. He's got no ERS to use, and he goes in P2. 19.376. So a good banker lap, but still 11 minutes to go and 40 seconds. So need to improve later on. Tech on the softs. Around the final corner. He stays to right to minimize the distance to the line, and he goes in P4 9.666. The McLaren, and Alfie goes in P3. Good lap from the reserve driver. He's not full time in the McLaren, remember, so will not score points for McLaren today. I think Grumpy has crossed the line again, and he's improved his lap again, but he's still behind his teammate. A 10.1. He's on a bit of time, but that's clearly not going to be enough. His teammates on an out lap. There's a Renault. Is there anyone on the lap actually? I think Sabetti might be. Yeah, he is. Sector 1 in that Fraut section. Tricky cornered here. Very easy to lose the rear if you take too much speed and or don't have enough car control, I guess. But it's looking like quite a good lap from Sabetti so far. To sector 2, he's 6 tenths up, but he's missed the apex. You can normally cut the corner. There's a McLaren white. I have no clue who that was, but 2 corners to go. Turn 19, I think it was. Then he stays quite high, so he's lost a bit of time, surely. Just open, he runs out of ERS. Cross the line, he gets P11. 7 tenths found on that lap, but that's not enough, I'm afraid. So Renault cross the line. That's Baba Relay, the returning driver and PSGL F1 commentator. For Luke, as is more how to say that? More noun, I guess, renown. But yeah, Grumpy not on a lap, will pit. Still behind his teammate. There's a McLaren, that's probably RP, and he dives down in the pits. And he, as you can see, he's crossed the line. So nothing wrong with that in quali, but in the race, if you cross the line, that's a 5-second time penalty, unless, yeah, case of force majeure, as they say in English. So I think this racing car was across the line. That was waste, but that was invalid. Looks like Dion, 1.1 seconds up, but that's not going to be enough for top 5 spot, and it isn't. P7 and 9.735. We've got a Renault with the cross the line. That's maybe yeah, it's Luke going again. We've got a Mercedes, that's I think IAB Mo, and yes, he's a 10th up and he's found 4 tenths, but that's still the slowest lap. So yeah, he needs to find some more time. Sabetti's in the pits, so his teammate Mike's on an out lap, crossing the line just now. Maciek out lap, Tech out lap. So I guess we'll just go and go with Maciek then into his second lap. 1 telemetry, there we go. So into turn 2, that is turn 2, you need to take the curb. And then for turn 3, very complicated to slow down the car enough. Focus on the exit for that Flout section. Is it the DRS open? No, it's not. There's no DRS zone there. I'm an idiot. Then into that very tricky corner, keep as much speed in as you can, use the curve on the inside, brake at the 50 board, but it's been taken out. Then normally you brake at the 50 board for that corner, but it's gone as well. Brake at the 50 for that one as well, keep good speed in, and then focus on the exit, DRS open, onto the back straight, then very tricky corner there. You can use a curve on entry, but you definitely have to use the one on apex. Doesn't really use it on the apex, on the exit doesn't use that curb, which is what you should do. But yeah, 200 corners, DRS open, and across the line, and that's going to be P2. He's on a 10th, but that's not quite enough for P1 right now. I think Tech has put himself up in P2, or is he still on the lap? No, he's still on the lap. And I actually wanted to say P5, not P2. Global Sector 2 though. And I think Alfie is gone into P3, or was he already? I think he was already. He's on the lap right now, so yeah. Tech, cross the line. It goes P1, a 192.32, first lap right now. We've got, I think, Babarele, but he goes in the pits, he takes out the speed limit board, but it doesn't really matter. Grumpy, oh, and he's in the wall, Grumpy, on the exit of that very tricky corner. Infinite will pit, 7 minutes to go, so one lap pretty much. There's a McLaren, that's either up, no, it's Boy Alfie, yeah, Boy Alfie. 2 tenths up on that lap, but I don't think that's enough. No, he hasn't gained anything, and yeah, he's in the air right now, looks like. So yeah, will not find any more time. RP, his teammate, and he does improve, goes to P12, a 10.299, and yeah, not quite enough to get into the top 10. Dino in P6, was he ready? I'm not quite sure, but he's there now. Regardless, I think Sabat on the lap too. No, he wasn't. So, I think Steve's on the lap. Yeah, he was 2 tenths up. He's running out of ERS. Does he gain any time? Yeah, he goes P9 now. He found a quarter of a second. I think Waze is still pushing. No, he's not. I don't think he's got any fuel. And we've got Boy Alfie. Cross the line. No, he pits. Never mind. Wasn't on the lap. So Alfie is probably not pushing anymore. So I don't think there's anyone on the lap currently. Sabati currently P16, yeah, lap invalid, so clearly not on a push lap. I think we've got Hype Sarah on the lap, so we'll jump aboard and see what he can do. Qualified in second, I think, last week, so that was a pretty good result for him, but unfortunately he dropped out in the race quite a lot, and yeah, didn't get the result he was probably hoping for. But yeah, into turn 1, very tricky corner, you need to keep a good amount of speed in, but you need to slow down your car heavily to get a good exit as well. So yeah, tricky. Then into that flat section, not a problem to anyone really. You can maybe lose it if you take way too much curb, but yeah, I've never seen anyone crash there. He doesn't crash there either, so that's not too bad. And into that very twisty bit. Not very easy to get it right, but he's not doing too bad right now. Infinite is behind him, and he's also on the fast lap. Then I think we have Grumpy, but he's on the lap, and right behind them, Spud in the other house. So I should have done P14 with a 110.3, can he improve? I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. Cross the line, and he does improve by less than a tenth. Infinite. I'm not sure if he has improved Infinite. Oh, that was Spot, never mind. So Spot has improved, and he goes into the 9s. Infinite red cross the line soon. He was 3 tenths up, and he's found 6 tenths, so 4 tenths in that last sector, and he goes into the top 10. A good start for Josh Welch, a mini Louis Welch. Got McLaren on the lap. Then yellow flags. Who is that for? There's a slow Williams. Not sure why. There's a Renault as well. That's probably Luke. Yeah, it's 7 tenths up. Cream down. He's currently at the back, but he will surely improve, and he goes P13. Very close to a 1.9, but not quite. And that was his last lap. He can maybe slow down to get some ERS back. He should be able to go for a last gap, a last attempt. But yeah. I think Tech has started a new lap, so we jump on board with him to see if he can improve it. He's been in good shape recently, so it would be interesting to see what he can do. The Scots. Good exit through there. And Infinite has retired. He's in the pits. So yeah, didn't have time anyway to go for a new lap. So not surprise in any way. And he's gone faster Tech in that first sector. Can he find some more time in sector 3? Let's see. Good. Carries good momentum into that corner. Diverse open. Found some more time, and yes, he has purple sector 2. Takes the curve nicely there on the apex. Looks like good exit. Yellow flags ahead, but that's going off. He takes the curve but doesn't lose a car. Usually it's the curve on exit once again. Diver's open for the final time. Across the line, and he goes P1. He's found a 10th and a bit on that lap. And yeah, not too bad of a lap, really. Grumpy, is he on the lap? No, he's not. And someone going across the line, that's Mike, and he goes in P5. The next one to cross the line is going to be Milam. He's a 10th up. That would gain him 2 places, and he's lost a bit of time through that final sector, actually. And he goes in P7. Tomo. P6 right now, but he was down on his best lap and doesn't find any more time. Tino, he was 3 tenths up, he's on the good lap, was P5, 2 tenths up, he's lost a bit of time again in that last sector. Dion goes in P7. I think we've got Sabetti crossing the line just now, and he goes in P15. Not quite the lap he was hoping for, I would say, or maybe he's just lacking pace. Steve goes in P11. We've got Maciek on pole. Maciek, he's gone 200 faster than Tech. Fastest lap of the session. Waze in P14. There's Tech now, but yeah, he's on the cool down lap, so won't improve. Tosma Salad not going to improve as well. Going to start in P3, and I think that's the end of this qualifying session. And indeed that is. So Maciek the pole in the Ferrari will start on pole. Yeah, sorry for, the bad joke, but it is what it is. And on the front row, another Italian car with Tech, and then behind Tosma Salad, it's your boy Alfie. A very strong qualifying for his debut in PSGL. Then Dino, who said he was quite off the pace, but actually not that slow, only 3 tenths off full time, so not that bad. And then Mike, Dion, Tomo, Milham, Infinite in the top 10. CC, Spot, Grumpy, Waze, Luke, Sabetti, Absaro, RP, Abimo, and MCFC who crashed and just couldn't do a lap. So yeah, hopefully it's gonna be dry for the race now, but we will see. And it looks to be dry right now, but that could maybe change in towards the later stages of the race. But we will see. We will see. So we should be in the formation lab in 15 seconds if we don't have any lobby issues, but hopefully that should not happen. But yeah, there we go. So hopefully no lobby crash, and no, it looks to be fine this time. So there we go. We are on the grid. So I haven't talked about strategies yet, so I did that just now. So as you can see, top 10 starting on the test, they qualified on, which means the softs, and then yeah, a bit of variation through from 11th to 20th. TC on hards, Spud on soft, mediums for Grumpy, soft for Waze, Luke on mediums, Sabetti on hards, Hypstar on mediums, hard for Harpy, and then soft for AB Mo and MCFC. So it's definitely a one stop. It's normally a soft hard strategy, but you never know what can happen. Sometimes the drivers don't get the strategy right. So yeah, maybe you can do a medium soft on the alternate strategy. I'm not quite sure. So if that's not correct, apologies. But yeah, we need to see what people are able to do. Will Maciek win convincingly once again? I do not know, so we'll see that in yeah, I would say a good 45 minutes, maybe 50, we'll see. But yeah, 36 laps should be quite a long race, so yeah, probably 50 minutes or something. I would say in between 45 and 50, but yeah, cars lining up onto the grid, and we should get the race underway very, very soon. So there we go. The lights should go on now. The 5 lights are on, and we are racing in Zandvoort for the 5th time this season, and it looks to be a right decent start from Maciek. It's not lap 2. What are you doing, Masters? And looks to be clean. Oh, there's a spinner, and I think that's infinite. Yeah, that's infinite. He spun at turn 1, and it's very close between Itzia Boyalfi here and Tosma Salat. Tech has remains in P2. Blue flags, interestingly. Dino loses a place. Gold pages actually. He's down in P11. Oh wait, no, the things are glitched. Never mind. So I think he's lost a place, nonetheless, but he hasn't lost that many. Yeah, he's maybe lost 1. Not penalties. No, he's lost 2 actually. He's lost 2, and yeah, will we see him move down that chicane? If he could have, but he didn't go for it in the end, and you can see the cars hopping over the curbs. And Mike goes wide. That could give a chance to Dan to go for a move, but he doesn't go for it, and it looks to be right across the field, as you can see there. A bit of timing glitch. Oh, and MCFC. Oh, that's very close with Sabetti. He's already in P13, having started from last. So very good start, and he might look to overtake someone into turn 1. He's done just that. It's very close here between the Williams and the AlphaTauri and the two Renaults. And there's a yellow flag in sector 1. I think that's for ABMO. But yeah, very close there. The two Renaults having a scrap, and it's looking from a 5-0. But will it remain that way? I'm not quite sure. But we'll go back to the front. It looks to be very close right now, as you can see there. Oh, and there's a McLaren up the inside, but no, doesn't just go for it now. Spot gets by the Ferrari of MCFC. So Matsek in first then. At the end of that, he remains in first place. At the end of that second lap, DRS should be enabled now. Fastest lap for Matsek, obviously. And it's Sebo Alfie trying to show up in the mirrors of Dustin Marcella, but not quite close enough. I don't think we'll see any moves just now. I think the race is going to settle down a little, and then we'll see maybe some overtaking later on. But yeah, not much is going to happen, in my opinion, in the next few laps. But we will see. And yellow flag sector 3, and that's Infinite, who has crashed on the pit straight, and he's out. So yeah, not putting out a great show, Infinite. Another DNF for the Haas driver. Not great. Not great. So VSC and Luke has come into the pits. It's on hards now in P19, 20 seconds behind ABMO. But yeah, we will see. And so Infinite is out. And we are racing again. So Tosma Salad and Alfie has lost a huge amount of time. I don't know what happened. Maybe he's got wing damage, I don't know. No, he doesn't have wing damage, or at least nothing visual. And there's a bit of contact between him and Mike ends up house spinning. Loses a bit of time, but nothing too major. So it's yeah, all good. And so yeah, top 12 now on softs. Gotta say, great start from MCFC once again. But yeah, no good movement. Tosmasa is very close to Tech now, really putting up the pressure on him. But he needs to do that for long enough to see Tech making a mistake, or yeah, basically he needs to wait for a mistake to get a good chance at overtaking him, because it's going to be a bit of a DRS strain. And if Tech doesn't want to attack Matsek, then Tosma Salad will probably not be able to overtake him. So you need to see how things develop. But I think there's a move going on. Mike losing a place to Dion, and yeah, Dion's got him already in 2 turn 1. So Mike might have damage. Nothing is visual, but maybe he's got light green wing damage, and in that case we wouldn't be able to see it. But okay, it's down up into 5th place then, and Tech now closing up on Matsiek, as you can see. And is that a bit of rain, or was that just a thing that appeared on the screen? It was okay. No rain. Maybe it would have some later on, but yeah, the sun is hiding, so yeah, not quite sure what to expect towards the end of the race, but right now not much action, but it's had to be expected for Zandvoort, really. And what we're talking about this, I'm really getting worried about the racing in real Formula 1, because normally if you can't get an overtake done in league racing on different games, then it's very likely to get a move done in the actual F1 cars, but we will see. Sabetti overtaking Spot for 12th place, but oh, that's close. Oh, and there's contact. I think there was contact between Sabetti and Spot, and yes, Sabetti making it work, and there's some yellow flags. Not sure what happened, and Grumpy overtaking Spot now. So Spot is clearly struggling on those soft tires. So I need to see if he can get up to speed, or maybe he's got wing damage, but doesn't look like it actually. So yeah, probably lacking a bit of pace right now, but yeah. At the front, Tosma Salad is still within the restraint of Tech. He's actually dropping now. It's because he's got no DRS. He's got the DRS, but his battery is quite low, as you can see. He's got the light flashing, and Milan overtaking Tomo for P8. Yeah, unless Tomo can get a better exit, he fights for it, and he backs out. Smart for Tomo. No need to fight for position at that time of the race, otherwise you're gonna lose DRS. And if you lose DRS, you're a bit in. Unless you've got very good pace, you're probably gonna lose time to the cars ahead. So yeah, smart from Tomo to let Milan through. Alfie is 3 tenths behind Tosma Salad now, who's lost a bit of time again, but yes, management doesn't look to be that good for Alfie. He's got his lights flashing, so I'm pretty sure that he's losing a lot of time on the straights. Grumpy is 2 tenths behind Sabetti. He's on better tyres, but yeah, need to see if he's doing a 2-stop or not. So Sabetti, very low ERS levels, no DRS, and he's going to lose a place to Grumpy. Moved on before turn 1. Sabetti trying to fight it around the outside, but that's never going to work, is it? So. Tosma Salad, still no move to be done, but we'll see. Alfie will not have the DRS on that back straight, so you know, no, he's lost time on exit, so that's not gonna work. And we could have maybe fight for P15. Some covering up the integrate. He's on the overtake button. He breaks deeper than Spot, so he's definitely got more confidence. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened, because I think he started, and Dina's in the pits already after 8 laps. No, actually didn't start from that high up, and yeah, Spot's in the pits as well. He was really struggling on those tires, on those softs. So yeah, and Dino's pit, and he is on mediums now, interestingly. He's clearly not gonna make it to the end, I reckon, so he's probably going for the 2-stop strategy, which is not the correct one. It's clearly slower than the 1-stop, from what I've got in mind. But, you know, with a bit of luck, maybe he'll be able to put it out. So maybe we'll get rain, and maybe that's the reason why he's gone onto the medium tyre. But yeah, normally, yeah, you have to do soft hards, otherwise it doesn't work. You cannot do a soft medium. So yeah, I've seen someone said soft medium is the strategy on the Discord, on the PSGL Discord in the F12 chat, but that was a lie. So if you didn't know that, It's a shame for you, but it was a lie. It's literally impossible to do a soft medium. So hopefully no one's listened to that. And Waze is in the pits. What's on softs? Will he go for hards? Let's see. Yeah, he does go for hards. And he's gonna lose good places, but so no move just yet. Could be interesting to see what Euro's level tech is on. He's got around 45%. Maciek, he's got more Euros actually, despite being in the lead. So yeah, and I think Sabeti's in the wall, or is he? No, he's not. Somebody made a mistake, but I think that was RP actually. But Sabeti, I think Sabeti's lost a place to Ibsaro, and Tech's in the pits. I should have stayed on this camera. Yes, in the pits. He's the only one to go for it, and he goes on to the hard tire. So yeah, Milam and down fighting into turn 3, fast lap for Dino on the medium tire. And it's side by side. Oh, there's a bit of contact. Side by side through that section. It's possible, and Mai has got the better of Dion, I think. They've got no ERS, the both of them. Down goes a bit deep, misses the apex. So we've had a move actually. Malam is right behind them, just waiting for something to happen. He's got more years than those two guys, so maybe he'll be able to put out a move on that start-finish straight. But we will see. He's clearly within the ERS range, so we'll see. He's got the DRS, he's got more ERS to use, and all three goes in the pit. Oh, and Alfie get a 5-second dampen for speeding. Milam gets a. I don't think he's got a pen, but he might have wing damage. He might have light damage, but we will see. So all those guys are on hard. So yeah, Dino is clearly doing a 2-stop. Unless there's rain once again, but yeah, they rejoin in 11th, 12th and 13 as Sabati, I think, has lost a place to Dino, but Dino is clearly faster now. And there's a bit of a fight here between Alfie and Hype Sarrow. And yeah, you can see Dino's got no ERS, he's got the light flashing. And yeah, 6 cars in very close proximity. That could be dangerous, potentially, but we will see. It's boy Alfie going for a move, oh, and yeah, he's going down, and he's up into P6. And Tos Masala, the race leader, is in the pits. We'll need to see. MCFC is also in the pits, so we need to see what's happening to them. And Dino on Ibsaro looks to be an easy move. He's on much better tires, Dino, so it's a bit deep, but he's probably faster than Tos Masala at this point in the race. And actually Tech has overtaken Maciek, so the undercut has worked out for Tech. And yeah, he's 8 tenths clear of Maciek for the time being, so need to keep an eye on this. And Sabeti losing one more place to Stacey this time. He's got a bit of a moment, he might lose one more to Dion. And he's lost it actually, yeah. So was it? No, that was Mike. So Sabeti up the inside of Stee now. He's gonna be deep. He's gonna wing damage Sabeti, and now, oh my god, and he's in the wall. And yes, T's got wing damage as well. Oof! There's a car there, RP. And yeah, so those two guys will have to pit, and yes, T is clearly not going to be happy about that. And Toss overtaking Itchaboyafi, or at least trying, but still side by side into turn 3. There you go. And I think Tossmaster has got it done. Next hit, but he's got no ERS once again. Same for Alfie actually. Lights are flashing at the back of the car. And yes, Sabetti going on the hards and on the softs now, so we'll have to stop one more time. MCFC getting by Dion, and I think, yeah, they're fighting. I'm not sure what's happening. And Dion's got wing damage. He's in the wall now. Was in the gravel trap. MCFC, he's got wing damage as well. So I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure what happened, but there was definitely contact, I would say. And yeah, Mike has overtaken Hypsaro now. So yeah, Hypsaro lacking of pace again. Looks like it. He's currently a full pit stop down. I think he's pitted on lap 1. Or has he? No, he hasn't pitted on lap 1. Never mind. So yeah, he's a full pit stop down on those guys. And Mike isn't even the net race leader. So yeah, he's a good 20 seconds behind Mike currently. So yeah, I don't think he's in the points, but he might be now, thanks to Dayon. And oh my god, Dayon and MCFC crashing. And I did not see Milam coming. To be honest, I was quite surprising. Didn't expect to see a car there. And Matsiek might go for a move on Grumpy now. Yellow flags in sector 1. That's Sabetti in the wall. Not sure what happened. I think he's got it. Yeah, I think he's crashed by himself, but I'm not actually sure. But he's in last place now. He's probably got wing damage. But yeah, Hypsaro's in the pits. We'll see on what tires he goes on. Probably the hard tire. Yeah, he goes on the hard. So Grumpy will probably pit at the end of this lap too. So yeah, Maciek he's more than a second down on tech now, so obviously doesn't have the DRS now, but he will have to work for it if he wants to get it back. Is there anything happening can you move? Don't think so. Not much happening really. I told you the gaps are pretty big. So yeah, Sabetti on mediums now, so he definitely had wing damage. Grumpy's in, so Grumpy would definitely go for a set of hard tire, I would say. We will see. But yeah, he's gonna drop down, and yes, he goes on the hard tire. And seemingly to the end. Milan was very close to Mike now. He's got good pace, Milan. We've seen what he's able to do, and yeah, he's very good out of there, I would say. Yeah, you can see. I think he's gaining time already. Yeah, he is. Yellow flags in sector 3. I have no clue what happened. I think Steve maybe went in the wall or on the grass. Not quite sure, but yeah, he's still going. And yeah, Milam putting the pressure up on Mike. He's not quite there yet, but you know, I think he's got more ERS, Milam. Let's have a look. He's got 80% or something, and Mike I think is running pretty low. Yeah, he's on 20 maximum. So yeah, Milam, we probably overtake him as Waze takes RP for P10. So Milam, and as you can see, Mike's got his light flashing. So yeah, moved on for Milam. Mike tries to fight it around the outside, but that does not work. That simply does not work. And yeah, moved on for Milam with a no contact, clean overtake, and really run away now and create a massive gap. We will see. He's got 2 seconds. He's got Dino ahead of him, 2 seconds ahead of him, and yeah, Dino is definitely not going to the end, so he's gonna have to pit at some point, I would say. But yeah, probably for the soft tire, I would say on lap yeah 27, I would say, or something like this. Yeah, Madam's closing up, and Mike is still in range in the US window, and a bit of a mistake from Milam there. That's gonna allow Mike to be very close on the exit of that corner, and maybe Mike's gonna be able to fight back. We will see. He's got the ERS. He's got very low ERS though. Milam defends the outside line, and Mike goes for it but makes contact, and he's got maybe wing damage now. I didn't see anything flying out. No, he doesn't have any visual damage, but maybe he's got I don't know, light damage, something which we cannot see. Unfortunately, we don't have the TAS or any tool, so it's impossible for me to know if Mike has damage from that collision. But yeah, Milam has lost a bit of time. You can clearly see this is about 8 tenths. 6 tenths now to Dino. Don't think he lost all of that in sector 1, but yeah, maybe Dino just made a mistake and now Milam is losing again. I really don't know, but we will see. I think Steve has lost control, and indeed he has. Now we can see Mike struggling a bit with relatively low ERS levels. And yeah, it's very difficult to save ERS from that track because you don't have that many hard braking points. So yeah, you're pretty much gaining a couple of percent a lap maximum. But yeah, those drivers, I would say, they do brake more than I do, being in F3. So maybe they are able to invest a bit more energy during a lap, and so yeah, but maybe they're using it a bit more as well. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know actually. So yeah, I would say they're using a bit more than me per lap. They're gaining a bit more than me per lap, but yeah. And now Alfie very close to what looks to be Sabetti in ghost mode. Yeah, Sabetti is definitely a lap down, so that's why they've all got their lights flashing. So yeah, it's Sabetti ghost mode. He should make way for it's Yaboy Alfie, unless he can lap himself and run away. But it's very distracting for Yaboy Alfie, and I think Sabetti, if he cannot go through Tosma Salad, he should definitely let Itiabo Alfie through, because when you have a car inside you like this, it's very distracting, I can tell you that. That's why I don't use the ghost in TT, for example. That's very distracting to have a car inside you. Sometimes you make braking points, etc. And when you're battling, it's a big distraction. So yeah, Sabati's behind them now, but we'll see. And Maciek's made a bit of a mistake now, and he was within the US range of Tech. He was within a second of him, but he's lost time now. He's giving a bit of time back on the straights. That could be due to Tech running a higher downforce setup, but could just be a mistake from Tech out of the final corner. We will see. Maciek is gaining time again, so yeah, really need to see what's happening. Well, and Tech onto the grass now, so we'll probably lose some more time there. ST should definitely let Maciek by unless he can overtake Tech, but yeah, he's on soft, so I guess he's faster. As Alfie crashed, and it looks like it, I think he's crashed. Does he have wing damage? I don't know, but he's lost the place to Dino, and he's got wing damage indeed, so we will have to pit. That's a big battle for the McLaren driver. Milam should go through, but yeah, Milam needs to go slowly, not to make any sort of contact. But yeah, he's gonna lose time, and you can see Alfie losing some time. And he's in the grass now. It's your boy Alfie. He's in the wall again. Not sure what he's doing. He's got tremendous amount of understeer, and he's crashed on purpose. And that's a VSC, and that will surely be a report to the stewards. I would say he did not try to slow down, and he just ran into the wall, and that's yeah. If that's reported, he's in trouble really. So yeah. And there's Williams into the pits. No idea who dies. Or was that Spod? Yeah, it was Spod, yeah. We've got Luke in the pits as well, and he's out. So that was probably an intentional crash, but I'm not going to investigate into that now. I'll do that later if that's reported, but that didn't look normal to me. That didn't look a normal crash. So VSC, and that's going to impact the race. So yeah, we will see. We'll jump back to the front. So Tech and DRS enabled again. So Maciek still within the DRS range of Maciek. No, it's the opposite. It's the other way around. So Maciek still DRS range of Tech, and he's got 1 lap pusher tires. So he will have the advantage towards the end of the race. It's going to be a marginal advantage, but yeah, Dino's in the pits for some reason. Oh yeah, but it's because he was on mediums, and he was on mediums again, interestingly. So he should. Yeah, he's going to stay in P9, so he's still in the points, even though that's not the right strategy. That's clearly not the right strategy, but. Yeah, we'll to see if he's able to gain a couple places back. He should be, in my opinion, he should gain a place on waste at least. But yeah, the rest is kind of hard to say. And yeah, Maciek dropping out of DRS now. Is that Tech using a bit more ERS in between those two corners, or I'm not quite sure, but. Maciek will not have DRS on that straight. Oh, he has, never mind, because of St, and yeah, St, he should really get out of the way if it doesn't. If he's not able to get through Tank, that's the rules. We need to make way for faster cars. Yeah. It's quite weird that the game doesn't award any penalties for not respecting blue flags. But yeah, if Maciek reports that to the steward, then again that could be Steve's in trouble. And yeah, it looks like his tyres are dropping off slightly. So yeah, and Harpy in the pits now. He's gone for another set of soft tyres. Maciek clearly not going to be happy with Steve going singing between him and Tech. At least he's got DRS, Maciek, because he is more than a second behind Tech. But yeah, we'll see how they go. Maciek not able to get anything done, really. And Dino is clearly catching up to Waze now, so we might have a move in the upcoming laps. And there's a bit of battle for P there as well. But a fast lap for Dino, which was to be expected, so he should get that fastest lap point, but we will see. But there's a bit of train between MCFC down. Yeah, those guys you can see on the minimap going through the final corner now. But yeah, they're not fighting for the points. MCFC is 4.5 seconds behind Hype Sarrow. Losing the points, he didn't seem to have the pace, but he's still running the points for. So fair play to him for keeping his nose clean. Maciek will get through STC normally, and yes, STC should really get out of the way. I have no clue what he's fighting. He really shouldn't. And Maciek goes a bit deep. He's going to get a better exit normally. Still within a second. He's gained time actually by doing this to tech, so maybe that's just this normal line. Who knows? 4 tenths behind tech, and we've got less than 10 laps to go, so the fight for the victory. Dino is close. He's very close to Waze now. We might have a move. We'll go for it though. He's got low ERS levels. No, and he's got a time penalty actually. Yeah, he's gone off the track by himself, so that's not going to get removed anyway. It wasn't pushed off the track either. But we'll have another go. So Maciek, will he go for a move though? It looks to be a bit too far. Right, now, yeah, Tech is running very low on ERS, as you can see by the lights. The red lights flashing, but he stays ahead. Spot gets a penalty. And yeah, I haven't talked about it yet, but yeah, invalidating a lap, it's not that easy to do, but it's quite easy to get a warning on the penultimate corner if you use too much curve on the outside, which is quite easy to do, but yeah, and we had someone in the session, I have no clue why this guy was there. Anyway, Maciek still within 4 tenths, not able to do anything. We've got Grumpy 4 tenths behind Tummel, so need to keep an eye on this. And yeah, Dino 3 tenths behind Waze. We'll see. Will we see a move from Maciek? Doesn't look like it. He stays behind. No move just yet. So Maciek probably not really willing to go for a move just now, as MCFC gets a pen. So only 4 pens across the entire grid. But yeah, and that's Toastmaster only 2 seconds behind those guys. So if there's a crash, he would largely benefit from it. Or if they start fighting, then he might be able to gain a second and get into that DRS range, but it doesn't look like he's losing any time, so yeah, so Maciek losing a bit of time now, but ooh, he might lose the DRS now. He might have lost it already, and Grumpy on Tomo, side by side. Tomo is still ahead, but he's got very low ERS levels, and he stays ahead for the time being. And Grumpy's got wing damage actually, so there might have been contact between those two drivers. But yeah, Grumpy, if he pits now, yeah, he's gonna lose too much time, so he's got to stay out. And yeah, he needs to do those 7 laps with a damaged front wing, and he's gonna go for the move on Tomo, but he's got very low grip, and Tomo not leaving him a lot of space to play with. And we've got a crash at the back. That's Hypsaro losing out 2 places after a spin, presumably. He gets a 3-second time penalty, so he might have wing damage. I have no clue what happened, but he dives down pit road, as they say in America. Yeah, Maciek out of DRS now, and Tosis within DRS range of Maciek now. So yeah, he's running out of DRS, but he's gaining time. Maciek. First lap for Tosma Salad, very quick lap, and 11.6, it's not well, and we've got a yellow flag. That's Dion crashing out on turn 7, I think. Not quite sure about the corner numbers, corner names, I think it's turn 7, I think. 3, 4, 5, wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I think it's 7. Normally it's 7, as the cambered left-hander is turn 3. So that should be turn 7. Yeah, Maciek back into DRS range now of Tech. When we cross the line, we'll have 5 laps to go. Spot's lost it into turn 1, on the exit of turn 1 actually, and he's now down in P13. So MCFC back into the points, but 30 seconds behind, and now you can really see Maciek really pressuring Tech. I don't know, they're doing a bit of a yo-yo in the sense that Maciek sometimes drops out of DRS and then he comes back very quickly, but they've got a lapped car in front of them. What is that? That's a Mercedes. That's ABMO. So ABMO should let those guys through. Normally, do not try to interrupt the racing. And yeah, he does. So good lad. Very, very good standards. So Tech, that doesn't have Tech because Tech would have had DRS, but he's not gonna have it. And Maciek is actually running quite low on DRS as well now, but he's got a bit more battery than Tech. And Tosma Salat, I think he's got low ERS as well. So those guys, clearly class of the field. Yeah, top 3, 11 seconds ahead of Milan. More than 11 seconds ahead of Milan. He's got 2 seconds gap to Mike. So yeah, need to see 2 people down pit road, Abimo and Dion. And Stee actually, probably for wing damage. Dion has crossed the pit exit 1 line. Yeah, so it's not allowed by the game. I mean, it's not allowed by us, the PSGL steward. But if he's got a pen, then he's surely done it. The game is always right about that, so yeah, we're pretty much always right. So a bit more than 3 laps to go. Maciek will be able to get moved on? Don't think so. Oh, bit of a movement there. Put the telemetry on as we're on board. He's using the overtake button. I think he's gonna go for the move now. He's using it. He's got the DRS. Really send it down the inside. No, he stays behind. He's very close to Tech though. He's very, very close, but he's got no battery. And probably the same for Tech. Yeah, Tech's got the exact same battery pretty much. He's got 11 and 10% for both drivers, and then Tosma Salat behind them. So the three we battled for the win, they've all got no ERS. So the one that's got the more ERS will probably win this battle. Will probably win this race. It's going to be hard for Tosma Salad. If he wants to win, he needs to get the move done now, but he's got a bit of a moment, and he's lost some time to Maciek. But will Maciek be able to go for the move on tank? We will see yellow flags in sector 1/2. That's for Dion, I would say. So, Maciek is using the overtake button. No ERS, literally 0%. 0% for Tosma Salad. Tank still has a bit of ERS to play with, but doesn't have much. He's got a percentage 2 more than Maciek. We've got 2 laps to go, a bit less than 2 laps to go, but it's very, very close. Grumpy, 3 seconds off penalty. That not gonna change anything. Fast lap for TC and 11.0. 2 seconds slower than full time, pretty much. So Maciek. He's under pressure. He's under attack from Tos. Will he try to go for a move there? He's got to do it if he wants to win. If he wants to win, he needs to go for the move now. He's using the overtake button. Will he dive down the inside? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't have the overlap to do so. Doesn't really have the battery. And Maciek's got pretty much the same amount of ERS as Tech. And he's going to use it now. He's going to use it all. DRS will be open shortly, but he doesn't gain enough time, and yeah, there's no move to be done into turn 1. So those guys will probably remain then that order when they cross the line for the final time. He's got a good run, Tosma Salad. Is he using the overtake button? I don't think so. Maciek has lost time to Tech, and that could be Tech second victory in a row. But he's got his light flashing, Maciek. He's running very low on ERS. Tosma Salad is in a good spot right now. Can he get a better exit than Maciek and go for the move into that little chicane? And it's not gonna happen. He's not using the overtake button. He's not thinking about it. He's gonna try to get a better exit than Maciek here. He's not using the overtake button, but that's gonna be Tosma Salad winning for the second time in a row in front of Maciek, the championship leader. Tosma Salad in the 3rd place, all within half a second pretty much off each other, so very close at the top, but that's Zandvoort, very difficult to overtake around that track. Malam will cross the line in 4th place, Mai in P5, Dino on his 2-stop strategy. I don't think it paid off having started in P5. I don't think that was the right thing to do, but he crosses the line in P6 but finishes in P7. Tomo in P6, then Grumpy in P8, Waze in the racing point in P9. He hasn't crossed the line yet, but will do very shortly, very soon is what I meant. Crosses the line in P9. MCFC will cross the line as well and gets the final point. And yeah, Luke in P11 and P12 for RP, I think. Driver of the day MCFC, and I've got to agree, he had very good pace, but he just wasn't able to show it given his very bad qualifying. I mean, very bad, he just crashed. So wasn't even able to set a lap time. But yeah, good race nonetheless. I was expecting quite a good race, but it wasn't really what I've expected. I think it was much better than expected, to be honest. So yeah, happy with it. Really, really happy. So Tech takes his second victory in a row, his second this season in front of Maciek, who started on pole, and Tosma Salat. Then in the top 10, Milan, Mike, Tomo, Dino, Grumpy, Waze, and MCFC, who started last. I've got to say good recovery from Grumpy and Waze, who started in P13 and P14 respectively. And then, yeah, good progress by Luke for his return, RP in P12, Hypzero in 13th, and then Spod, Abimo, Dion, Sabetti, Sti, and then the non-finishers, Alfie and Infinite. So, yeah, 6 cars lapped, but yeah, first lap was T as well, 11.090. So, yeah, good race, quite a good race, enjoyed it, wasn't as bad as expected, especially for Zandvoort. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the race, lads. And yeah, next week is gonna be what's it gonna be? I actually don't know. I made the calendar, but I don't even remember. I'm a bit of a pleb. So I need to find where is. Where's the calendar? Where is the calendar? So the next race will be in France at the Paul Ricard circuit. So yeah, it will be interesting to see if Maciek can keep his championship lead, or if Tech can win for the third time this season, or if we get a new winner. We'll see that next Thursday at 7 PM BST or 8 PM CEST. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys, and yeah, we'll see you next week in France. Bye bye.